We will meet up in C, okay, just to see how these things get a little bit more meaty, okay? We'll meet up, meet up in A and B, I'll meet you there. Okay, and
Okay.
Don't you text me?
Yeah, he's pulling all the
And
points.
this is, and here's the thing too, you know what I'm gonna start doing?
That was terrible.
I'm gonna start giving notice to style points. You're at that point in the year where I want to look for work that's clean,
Okay.
that's concise, and that's free of like any kind of confusing mess. So
Okay, I
we're
can do
trying
that.
to become a little bit more clean, a little more clean. Okay.
Okay.
We'll meet up together.
Okay, 1, 1. So 1/2.
1/2.
We may or may not get to you all got the notes I asked you to print out.
Oh,
Okay,
why
and
is
we
it
may or
there?
may not get to that, I'm not sure, we'll see.
I don't know. I'm gonna trust you. You're so bad at this. Okay, 1, 2. 1/2. And we agree on that then. That's good. 9b squared. Is that just like a double part? Yeah, okay.
You could do the derivative of this? What do you do?
You do the derivative of the thing. I said 1/2 plus d by dx.
Does the y just go away? Like in you take the derivative of this,
I
right?
think it's implicit, right?
Yeah, so what does it become?
So I got 1/2 plus dy dx.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I plugged in the dy dx.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh.
So it's 1/2 plus dy
I actually understand.
dx. Oh, and then you plug in. Okay.
Oh, wait.
What did it ask you? Describe the region of x1 in which all sections. Okay, bud. So where's this positive? Yeah. Did you do that? No, I didn't feel like it.
Okay. Okay.
I have the strongest desire to scream at Walter. Why? This habit.
I mean, you could send him a message on this.
Yeah, you know, maybe do a snap chat. First snap chat. To a student in my pre-cal class. Oh, God.
Ooh, wait.
And then the whole class laughed when I said it that way too.
Snapchat? Yeah, it's
Snapchat.
not 2 words.
Snapchat.
It's
Snapchat.
Don't worry. It's not gonna mine.
Wait. Did you snap?
Sorry. We were doing so well. We were doing so well.
Okay, solution, whatever that means.
Okay, I'm just putting the slope fields up here. Part B is great. B calls on old stuff. B calls on implicit differentiation. Note this right here. It says find the second derivative right here, everyone, in terms of x and y.
How do you separate?
Don't find it in terms of x, y, and dy dx. It said find it in terms of x and y.
This is what Nick told me.
So,
I don't know if it's
ready?
right, I just wrote
Ah,
it down.
the margin. Wait. Read and wait. Just
What?
wait a minute.
Is my
Okay. I mean, I trust him, I just don't know why.
D squared y by
that's a
dx
disease.
squared equals, what's d by dx of 1/2 x?
So if
Wow.
the
1/2.
slope is
D
0,
by
it could
dx
be a
of
relative
y.
number of maximum, so that's what this test is.
Plus
So then once
dy
it's 0,
dx
you
plus
find
0.
out whether or not it's concave
Here's
up or
where
down,
people
but it's
lose the most
finding.
unnecessary point.
So
They didn't read the directions. It asked you for the second derivative in terms of x and y, not in terms of x, y, or dy dx. So we have
since
to
it's a solution
rewrite
to this, you
this.
could just
Do we
use
know what
these
dy
as the
dx
two.
is?
Yeah.
Gotta put it back in.
How do you separate this?
I don't think you have to. It's what she said.
You don't have to separate it?
You can just find the min and max. It's fine.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Okay. Clean, clean, clean. Oh, Oliver, thank you. -1, 2.
Did anyone figure out how to
Half.
separate C?
Plus 1.
No.
Oh, you're on C.
There's a theory that you don't have to.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
That's what we're starting with.
Now, describe the region in the xy plane in which all solution curves.
Oh, I just didn't go see that part. I just ignored it.
Oh, hold on a minute. All right, need you all here. This is the second derivative.
What is that?
Galaxy.
Oh
What?
my God.
Yeah.
Listen to me. Listen. You can't be so easily. You can't be so easy.
galaxy.
This game, I don't appreciate you calling me easy.
You reached a whole new level.
I don't understand. You want to explain?
That was a PG. That was a rated R joke. There are
You
people
said it.
under the age. I didn't say it. What I'm about saying is what you make of it.
I didn't make anything.
This is what we said in math art class. This is what just happened in math art class. I know I can't tell you this.
Yes, tell
I'll
us.
tell you.
Tell us.
We were up there. Mr. Loeb said, I like fart jokes.
Who doesn't?
That's what I'm saying.
Everyone says.
The rest of us said, how old are you? He said, younger than you. And then we
That's
said,
your class.
you are being ageist. Because I could be a Mr. Loeb's mother. I mean, I'm not that much older than he is. He
His
said,
mother?
I did not know
Okay.
that.
get back on track.
But you talk us off track.
I know.
You don't get to reprimand us for something that you did. Outrageous.
All
Are
values
you thrown right now?
describe.
So where is it
the region
concave up?
Where all
Probably
curves
lost
are
it.
concave up. That means the second derivative is what?
Positive.
Okay, now you can't leave it like this. You have to actually describe the region.
Screencast.
When you describe the region, were you recording this?
Yeah.
You can't edit it out. I'm gonna see
What's
like a
comes to
good
mind?
edit.
Oh, we also learned a lot in that movie. You have to
You
do
just
this.
hear Oliver go, I don't appreciate you calling me.
I'll just be on YouTube for the whole world. Okay, how would you
Anyways.
describe that region? For all values where y is bigger than -1/2 x plus a half. First of all, that is fine, but what you're saying is for all points above a certain what?
Line.
Yes, for all points above that line, the solution curve will be concave up, okay? You are
We're
by
supposed to
far-
do this? How do
I have no idea what to do what.
How do you
That's
do
it,
that?
that's the answer.
That's it.
Oh,
That's
like
it.
how'd you get there?
Oh,
Wait, but how
I
did it
just-
change?
Inequality.
I just
So it has to
How
be
do you-
greater than
I just
zero.
solved this for Y page.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Okay.
That, like, way back
You
and
can
back
do
to
that?
Oh,
No.
and then you just moved them all over. That was freshman year.
I'm allowed to do that.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Okay. All you're saying, here's the thing. The point that you get for this is twofold. You get the credit for finding the second derivative. But here's the thing. You also, it's asking you, do you know what it means if a diffie q is concave up? This says to the reader, I know the solution curve is concave up and the second derivative is positive. This is the key. You could even stop here. I just had you go one step further and say, what this is saying is any point in the xy plane above this line will have a solution curve that's concave up. That's it. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
All right? Now, let's take a look at part C. All right? Part C, I think you should do as well. Again, concisely. It's saying y equals f of x, a particular solution to the diffie cube. Does the question ask you to solve the diffie cube?
No.
It does not.
I was right.
Yeah.
Even if it did, here's where we're going to make a note. Even if it did ask you to solve the diffie cube, why are you not able to? This diffie cube is not,
Separate.
it's not separable. Make a note to yourself. Write down, this diffie cube is not solvable for me. It is not separable. However, you see that exactly was the trap they were trying to lure someone into.
The word.
To sit there and grind away and try and solve it, okay? It says, let y equals f(x) be a particular solution. Does f have a relative min, a relative max, or neither at x equals 0? Do you have the ability to answer that question?
Yeah.
How? What are you comparing?
The derivative.
dy dx at what point?
0.
At 0, 1, and then also second derivative 0, 1. Because if it's a relative extrema, dy dx should equal what? 0, and then perhaps the second derivative will be positive or negative. Okay?
Okay.
I will say you are by far my most fun class. And I'm gonna have a moment with you for a minute. I was telling my colleagues this, and I was saying, I really do love my BC Cut class. Although I can't let them know that because sometimes they're gonna take advantage of me. And then and then they said, well, but do you ever feel like you can't get them back on track? And I said, you know what? It's getting better. I think we're getting better at that. But also too, they said like they should just have but I said, you know what? With this group and with this kind of rigorous course, it's by far the hardest math course, even if you got the electives. I said if I made it a grind away course, they would deflate. I would lose them, right? Like it's just you have to have some incentive to be positive about it. Anyway, but it was a really interesting conversation. What am I doing? Oh, right. Okay. dy.
What does it mean if the second derivative is positive?
It's a relative
The
minimum.
second derivative test.
Yeah, what does that mean? I got there.
Is this true? Is dy very good?
Yeah.
Someone please give me the value of the second derivative at 0, 1.
1/2.
Okay, so Nicole, that means at that point, a point of horizontal tangency,
Yeah.
and the curve is concave up.
Okay.
Which means by the second derivative test for extrema, there is a min.
Oh.
I think Gary said that you had not ever learned this.
I don't think we did.
It is so valuable.
Oh, well.
Because someone talked about what do you avoid in the second derivative test for extrema?
Evaluating.
Seriously, what do you avoid?
Evaluating.
The sun analysis.
Oh, then I don't know how to do
You
that.
avoid that. Okay. But Nicole, just visualize. If you know that at some point it's a point of horizontal tangency,
Yeah.
and at that point it's concave up,
Mm-hmm.
it has to be a min.
Yeah, I get. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Okay, well now you know. Justify, you right here, by second derivative test for extrema, there must be a min. Okay?
So there's no way to do this with the first derivative test?
Now you couldn't with the first derivative test because if you think about it, the first derivative test requires you to plug in points to the left and to the right. However, dy dx is in terms of x and y.
Mm-hmm.
So while you can go left with x, you don't know if y goes less or bigger when you go left with x. So actually here, the first derivative test fails you. Okay?
Great.
Next one.
That's not what I want to hear.
Next one, it looks
I
like
cannot
this.
do
folks.
this.
Let's look at this one.
Can we do this together?
Let's look at this one, everybody.
They want us,
Looks like
they want us to do it. It's we can't.
Oh, this is part D?
Yeah, D was hard.
Okay, this is like the hardest part.
Yeah, this was hard.
Let me give you just maybe give you a chance. Give you a chance.
No, don't.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Nope.
Wait, didn't we just say this was unsolvable?
Yeah, she just did.
This is a trick question. It's fine.
What did I do?
Oh,
I did it all wrong.
No, it is.
Okay,
Oh, so it's like wouldn't m just equal the derivative?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
just
easy.
slow.
We collaborate.
Yeah, so m is the derivative.
I got y equals 1.
Yeah.
Regeneration
Y
project, totally
equals.
forgot
Wait, at what point?
Try it. Try it.
Oh.
Zero?
I used
Good
the
days,
point
good
they
days.
gave in the answer.
So the derivative is
above.
0. F of 0.
Well, yeah, the derivative equals m,
1/2 x
But-
and so that means that
At that point.
that means
0
that
and 1 is
1/2
0.
x plus y minus 1 equals m, which is a constant.
Nancy, you want to do it?
One more time.
Can you use the point from the second problem?
Huh?
Can you use the point from the second
Yes.
problem?
Yes.
Are you supposed to do that?
But the slope is
can't.
0.
I mean, ABC, like when you have
Yeah.
these multi.
That's why I got y equals 1.
So ABC was 0.
Okay, well, you're gonna see in a minute. Hold on, ready?
If I did this right.
Do just, Nancy, do this the first line, please. Arjun, are you listening or are you talking to your girl?
Oh, we gotta solve for
No, I
M.
don't want you doing both. No.
I got it right.
Yeah.
X plus Y.
Okay, I want you to put in the 1/2 x plus y minus, let me see your next line, go ahead. Okay, I want you to,
Can you just use the point?
yes, wait a minute, please. I'm not, let me see, what did you do there?
So here is the
Oh, I see, I
Y
understand.
minus 1.
Yes,
Zero.
okay, keep going.
So then Y.
I think it's like this.
Correct, because it is a line, yes. Can you write that down? Because, okay, fine.
I just plugged in a point and then solved for
That's why it's zero concavity.
Watch this be
Yes,
wrong.
Very good, yes. Okay. And then you have a system.
Oh, I can't do this right.
Why can't you just plug in a point and solve for M? Is that?
You can do that too.
That's what I did.
Oh, okay.
So are you fine?
I get.
I see that.
Unless you get a different answer.
Yeah, you got M was 0?
I got M as
So
0.
did you get that Y was
last
negative
problem,
1/2 X plus
Yeah.
1?
Because the
how'd you
derivative
solve
in the
an
last
equation?
problem with that point, it was 0? Or am I just
Well,
getting the
wouldn't
same
it
answer?
be-
Yeah?
Equals negative
Okay.
half. Yes, yes. Oh, you got m equals negative a half.
Oh no. Okay, this is wrong.
What? Hold on.
This is just
All right, Nancy has to be right, so this is wrong.
Okay.
Well, but the
No,
point is
no,
0, 1.
Kate.
Oh, we know that. That
That's
was
not, I'm not
No,
gonna do that.
See what
The
happens.
first, the previous said that the second derivative of this should be 0, which it is. That doesn't mean m equals 0.
Okay.
Every line is a second derivative of 0. That doesn't mean the line is horizontal.
Okay.
You understand?
Why do we need the second derivative?
Okay,
So-
Arjun. I know, but you know what? Like, I'm having, because this is like, I'm now being a little bit quasi-serious. Like, this is where sometimes you have these conversations, and of course you're gonna like miss out. So like, listen, instead of having like a whole group, like, they will like go down with your Okay, right there, so that point right there, do you see where she's saying
What?
dy dx, the slope of, if y equals mx plus b is a solution, do you see her first line, she's saying then dy dx has to equal m. Does that make sense? Because if this is a solution, right here, right? If that's a solution to the diff EQ, then, and you're told it is, dy dx for any line is just the slope.
Yeah.
Oh, so the second derivative.
Now, the second derivative of a line is always what?
0.
Okay, so Katie, here's what we're saying. The second derivative, right here, that has to equal 0. You understand? That makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when she's here, this is where you're gonna look at right here. So now she has, look at these two equations.
Where did the
A system. If you subtract equation 1 from equation 2,
You get 2
the x and the y's cancel, and you get m equals negative a half. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay? You didn't solve for b, Nancy. If m equals negative a half, how do you then solve for b?
Wait, this
Can you come look at what I did? Like I got like in the final thing that the m would be negative. Is that just luck? I just plugged in a point. Does that work or no?
No, because, let me see, because, okay, you said y prime has to equal m, that is
So
true,
then I put the
which then
derivative
has
in,
to equal that,
and then I picked a point.
yes, which equals a constant. Where did you pick the point from, though?
I just got the point from like up here, 0, 1.
Okay, you can't do that. That's
Oh.
making the assumption that 0, 1 falls on this particular solution, which it does not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where you cannot do that.
Okay.
Very good. There it is.
So that's the best way to do it, you think?
There are actually a couple of ways to do it. This is the quickest. There's a couple of things going on. You use the fact this is a line. dy dx of a line is always a slope. Second derivative is always 0. That is just right there in front. It's right there for you. Okay, it's just by far the quickest. By far the quickest.
So the tricky part was finding m.
The tricky part was finding m. And what Kate said, listen, this is very important. She said Because I thought the second derivative equals 0, I thought m equals 0. You have to remember, any line, whether the slope is positive, negative, or 0, all lines have a second derivative of 0. The slope does not have to be 0 for the second derivative to be 0, okay? Let's practice some more. Scroll down, we're gonna go to the next one. You're a little bit out of order. So you're gonna go past some logistic growth stuff here, like population, skip that. That's gonna be part of homework when I do a screencast for you. Skip this one, the baby bird. We're on right here, 1998 AD.
Where are we?
Where?
That was before I was born.
Yeah, we just made a
20 years ago.
Okay, did you
That's
find
so weird.
I did not find giant leap.
I had not yet been consistent.
I only have one.
Huh? We have
Whoa.
it.
That's
I'm trying to.
Or you guys wanna have
Like
it?
2 years.
We do.
That's close.
Oh, you have it. Find it.
I just heard something.
Find it. Find it.
Alright. Yeah, we have it. Alright.
Oliver.
Okay, come on, folks, let's go. This one, all the way through. That's how we do every single one. It's doable. Let's go.
Missing. Where should I like write
Aren't
the
the answers
workout for this? Because there's no like
What that is,
room.
that's down here. Let me show you. It's just, sometimes I think I just scrolled it. It's all the way down here. Because I didn't know what we are gonna get to. So I just put it all on here for you to find.
Like I found the problem. It's just like there's no space for me to like do anything.
Oh, you know what you can do? Just go to the right. It's an endless right hand.
Oh.
You just go woo, right? You, just
Oh.
you can go forever.
Okay.
This is one, if you look though, I gave you the answer, so please don't look at it, obviously. This is one I think I said, just cover it up a little bit, right?
Oh. Blindfold.
It's outrageous. You expect me to have my own paper to do work?
Find the slope of the graph of f. Or x.
It's ridiculous.
Right.
So you just plug x in once.
Where did you take the
No,
derivative?
that's not.
You have to take the derivative.
All the way through, all the way through.
Oh, cool. Then.
So the slope is 3x
Margin,
squared
what
plus
is
1 over
that
2y.
thing you're working from? What
What?
is that couple?
I thought it was.
No, I think you have to take the Peach, did you just take the derivative of it for A?
Margin, I don't know if I can take
For
it.
Oh, the slope is given by that formula. I didn't,
Yeah,
okay,
right.
I wasn't
Just
reading
plug it
that.
in.
Yeah, you just plug it in.
But you don't have a y
Of course
value.
there is.
Yeah, the y is.
Yeah, it's one.
Oh, shoot. Okay, good point.
Okay.
I was like, wait.
It's last period on a Friday.
Yeah, I 1/2 given by the answer.
Okay, all the way through. Something else to tell you as well is that what's really nice is when we get to the point and we have the course is organized so we have a solid month
and then
of just AP
figure
prep.
out if it's
Just
complicated up or down.
4 weeks to just prepare
Yeah.
for the AP. The good news is that your pacing for the AP is exactly where it should be. Okay, because the pacing is exactly what you've been doing.
Find the equation with the tangent
year,
line.
for some of you, all the past year and a half or something.
How big is the weighting
Of AP waiting for what?
Like to get like a 5 or 4.
Yeah, I'll talk about all the tactics because once we get to April, the mindset very much changes because at that point, in April is we just review for the AP exam. At that point, we take a distinct shift. The goal in April is just you have to learn how to beat the test. It is not about doing the calculus anymore. It's about you have to know the test and know how to beat it. And that means I'll give you all the information about how it's weighted, how you do multiple choice. It becomes then a game of just beating the test, which is very easy to do.
Do you know which one to guess when we don't know?
Only
enjoy the
in
last
this case,
4
this
months.
test is actually a good test. It's not a
This
tricky test, right? It's actually a test about calculus. Yes.
If we don't, theoretically, if we don't have any idea what it is, which letter do we guess? Is it B? I've always been
It
told it was
actually,
B.
it does, that's like an old wives' tale. It's not.
I didn't know.
I mean, you have to.
You can eliminate one, and then you have.
Okay, later. Come on, let's go.
And use
Do you
it
get
for
docked
approximate
if you
No.
don't, if you
It's
answer
just
wrong?
adding.
What was that?
Do you get docked if you answer wrong?
For multiple choice.
Oh, thank God.
Actually,
So in
The
theory,
subject
you
is
get
zero.
zero. Oh, yeah.
Terrifying.
or
did
like,
horribly
it's
on
just
there.
I am not going to, like, this is later on margins.
Okay. I
Yes.
I mean, this is where, as you know, this is a standardized test per se, but unlike things like the SAT and the ACT, in my opinion, the AP Calculus exam is an excellent exam. It's not a tricky thing. It really is a pretty solid reflection of how well you've mastered calculus. I mean, it's not I think there's a tactical part, and that's, you have the advantage of me telling you the tactical part, but that's April. We switched gears. Yes, Nancy, what's up?
It's just scary. I don't want it to be equal. That's scary. I'm like,
This actually should not be counted. I think it's
when you get your stuff back, I get my ED back to 17 seconds. Or not seconds, sorry. 10. You mean like 2 days? I'm very tired. Not in 2 days.
When you look
I'd
at the
be
answers,
stressing a bit
this
more.
question is non-calc
And then
active,
bus
so when
mine
you
will
do
come out, like,
part
January
D,
15th.
leave it just in the Radicam.
So I'm gonna get
Just leave it.
Just
great.
17. And
I didn't know if they like
then if I don't get enough to love it, January, find out like whenever.
It didn't ask you for over under approximation.
No, it's not.
Although you could have done that also without a calculator.
So-
Is there a way to do
Still,
Okay.
I'm not like saying yes until like I get that paper.
you define under and see if do I need a D
Second term.
double.
Yes. Okay. How'd you do with this one, everyone?
Good.
Okay.
B was a refresher.
Yeah.
Because I'd forgotten how to do linear approximation or whatever. Is that what it's called, right? Linear? Okay.
If it's saying use it to approximate, that's asking you to take the equation of the line and plug in 1.2 for it.
So, this is non-calculated?
That's the tangent.
The eraser in there from
Okay. All right, how do we do?
Good.
Good. Stop, Nicole.
Okay.
Thank you.